Okay, we're back for another YouTube. It's been a while, haven't done one for quite a long time now. I actually do really enjoy it, but doing it myself with a camera and a tripod was a bit monotonous, and when I'm in the gym I just like to kind of get in there and just train. I don't really want to be messing around with all that kind of thing. So got a videographer in and we're going to start pushing some more YouTube content out there. So if you enjoy it, great. If you don't enjoy it, don't really care, probably don't really like what you're doing either, so it's all good. Today we're doing back. My pull sessions, one of my favourite sessions at the moment. I think my back is probably an area that has actually improved the most, so definitely doing something right. We're going to start generally with kind of like a lat focused movement. I'm probably going to do a pull down. I'm going to go on to the barbell row, which is going to be the kind of heavy compound of today. Did deadlifts last week. I'm not doing them this week because I do them every other week. If I do deadlifts consistently week after week, it tends to fuck my back up a little bit. So we're going to do heavy bent over rows as the main compound lift. A couple of good rowing exercises. We've got quite a good array of equipment at Graftism, so we're going to do some other kind of row machines, possibly T-bar row as well. Maybe dumbbell rows and see how we feel. My training at the moment is quite instinctive. I've come away from the kind of monotony of the logbook and all that kind of stuff recently, and I've just focused a bit more on being a bit more loose with it. I just generally enjoy it more. You know, the logbook's great, it works very well, and I, you know, advise that to a lot of my clients. However, for my own training, you know, I know roughly what all my lifts are. I know if generally my progressions are moving in an upward trend across the week, so I don't really need to be writing everything down and being that meticulous of it anymore. So yeah, it's just going to be quite loose and quite instinctive, but I'm always going to follow the same kind of pattern of like a lat, then a compound, usually like a hip hinge, and then more kind of isolation stuff to finish off at the end. Probably just going to run this up to one super heavy set, probably like a kind of 8 to 10 rep range, and then do a little back off set of around 20 reps or so, really burn them out. Really focusing on a hard stretch at the top, really just trying to, you know, just stretch out the lat, open my back up as much as I can before going into some of the heavier compound movements. So typically what I'll do is maybe 1 or 2 warm-up sets just to get a feel for the weight, taper up towards my main heavy set, and then I'll go to failure on that set, and then I'll do generally a second set to failure after as well. Actually felt pretty good. The connection in my back today felt pretty sick, not gonna lie. So just a couple of reps on this one just to kind of feel it out, and then we'll go for the stack, because why not? Someone's got to do it. Easy. Alright. Just gonna get my magic powder out of the bag. Some liquid chalk, nothing else. Alright then. So top set. Take that. The main thing on prep, obviously at the moment, I'm just over 6 weeks out from a comp. Main thing on prep is to preserve as much strength as you can. You know, you want to basically try and maintain your strength as best as you can throughout prep, as that's what's going to help you keep all the muscles. Fucking busy in here today. Literally chose the busiest fucking day to train and get the video done, but whatever. But yeah, as I was saying, you know, if you can keep your strength throughout your diet, whether it's a bodybuilding contest or just a general diet, you'll keep as much muscle as you can. So the more strength you can hold, the more muscle you can hold. And typically as well, as I get closer to the end of my diet, I may lower the volume a little bit just to free up a bit more energy, so there's less fatigue overall. As then that also allow me to then keep my strength throughout the entire session, rather than just dropping off mid-session and just feeling completely fucked. Okay, little pro tip, get a drink with a very bright yellow lid. That way you won't ever lose it. I've lost so many water bottles and drink bottles in the gym over the years, but I've never lost this one. Jesus Christ, it's hot in here. So, high rep set coming up, 15 to 20 reps. Let's see what happens. Lightweight. What next? Fucking hot now. Yeah, what I was kind of saying earlier with the barbell row, I'm using it not as like a, you know, a means to try and isolate my inner back. That's what I do the machine stuff for. This is kind of like hitting a little bit of glute, a little bit of hamstring, a little bit of lower back. Just working the whole posterior really as a whole. You know, there's something to be said about having heavy weight in a bent over position, stabilizing yourself for a period of time during reps. Obviously the stricter stuff comes with the seated machine based stuff, but for here, you know, I just want to just be as strong as I can, lift as much as I can, and just get more and more comfortable handling that kind of weight. That's quite tiring. I can put this shit back now. Because unlike some people, I like to have good gym etiquette. Fucking guy's huge. Right. It's weird when you come at a different time in the gym, you see like completely different people. So it's like being in a different gym altogether. I'm still not the biggest guy here. Alright, next exercise. Okay. Alright, well, through default, we'll do another pull down movement. With one eye on the prime row. And when that comes available, we'll commandeer that. Might do a single arm on that, focus on the lats a bit more. Alright, probably I might go a little bit heavier. We'll see how this feels for a couple and then decide how strong the ego is today. Ego feels strong, got a little bit heavier. Sorry mate. Alright, now watch me get like 2 reps. Let's see what we can do here. I want to get at least 7. At least 7 I'll be happy. With somewhat decent form. We're going to do a bit of a stricter one after. And because I'm on prep and I'm not good that long, I generally just do straight sets only at the moment. So very, very few kind of rest pause or drop sets or anything beyond failure, because it just drives too much fatigue when you're already, you know, in a calorie deficit. So just straight sets at the moment on here.
6 will do. Could have got a 7th, but it wouldn't have been very good. So, not really much point. Alright, do a little back off set in a minute. Something's happening in there. All the lack of nice food has got to be doing something. Alright, back off set. I don't really know what I'm going to get, to be honest. I don't need these. We'll see what we can do. And then we'll do some kind of seated row after. Maybe a T-bar row, I quite fancy that. We'll see if it's still free. Alright. That's all those extra few calories that have come in handy. However, I'm quite excited because it's my birthday on Friday and my good coach Sasan Hariati has promised me I can have a cheat meal. So the hard decision is deciding what to have because you don't know when the other one's going to come along, so you want to, you don't want to waste it. Nothing worse than wasting your cheat meal on prep. Honestly, nothing worse. Oh man, I really should invest in a towel. Alright, let's see what we can do on here. Feels light. So I've already did one more warm-up set on here. I'm going to go for 4 plates, which usually is quite comfortable. But I normally do them a bit earlier on in the session, so normally obviously I'm a bit stronger. So it's crazy at this time of day, isn't it? It's a lot louder at night than it is in the day, fuck me. Less tripods though, there is less tripods, so that is one thing. That is one positive. More people are actually training rather than filming themselves. And I can say that because I'm not filming myself, I've got someone else filming me. The difference. And also I'm bigger than them. Right. 4 plates it is. Seven or 8 will be enough, and then we'll do a back off set, and then I'll do some straight arm pull down or something. I was going to do some single arm lap focus row, but I can't really be asked. So I'm going to do straight arm pull over instead. It's a bit less strenuous, but it still hits the lats really, really nicely. Gets a good pump. So yeah, that's what we'll do to finish up. I might do casts at the end as well, but I won't film those because my video won't get any likes. People will start unsubscribing. So the real trick with the T-bar row is every time that you pull, you want to make sure you're pulling through your upper back. So really lift the chest, drive your shoulder blades back on every rep. That's all there is to it really. Get a decent stretch at the bottom and make sure you don't move around in your chair. I think I blew my load too early on that pull down. We'll go for a nice 3 plate back off set. Thing is, I won't drop that load You know, even if by the end of prep I'm only getting 3 or 4 reps on that weight, I'll still do that just to make sure that I'm still handling that same weight. You always got to get accustomed to a big load. You never know what's around the corner. All right, time to take another big load. All right, 10 reps, come on then, 10 fucking reps. Nice and easy. I've got those extra 2 that I missed out on the first set. So by law of averages, it balances out. So basically it means I've got 8 reps on the first set. Bodybuilding logic. Alright, so last exercise for back, we're going to isolate the lats a bit more. Do some cable pullover. It's weird actually, I used to hate these, I used to never really feel them. But with the bar, I used to get a really good connection, I used to love it. Up until recently, for whatever reason, I just don't really get on with the bar anymore. But since doing it with the rope, I feel it really, really well. So sometimes you find that certain exercise will do you well for a while, and then for whatever reason you lose a bit of connection with it. Switch it up, switch it to something similar, and you may find a better kind of connection with that movement. I hate these prime cables. They're fucking heavy. The stack on here is like ridiculous. Maybe don't video that. Cut that bit out. It's heavier than it looks. Trust me. I think I've sweated out a couple of kilos. Still got to do cardio after as well. One more set on it. I might go a little bit lighter. Try and get another good 15 out. I remember watching one of my old coach, Kuba, one of his videos, where he was kind of saying, you know, trying to work the lat in the shortened range, getting that squeeze on the lat is very, very hard at the end of a session because they fatigue very quick, and that's very much true. Like, you know, doing this as the first exercise, from the first rep right into the last, you can get a really good range of motion, a really good squeeze. But doing it later on, it's really hard to get that same connection. However, having said that, I do feel these quite a lot with a rope. It's quite a good movement. Romeo done. So what we've done, lat pull down, barbell row for the heavy compound, Panatta pull down, T-bar row, pull over. 5 exercises for back, 2 sets per movement, 10 working sets, just purely hitting the back, which is decent as do. Maybe some posing as well. And then cardio.